Road crews are often treating the streets this time of the year, but when do they use salt and when do they use sand? Fox 11 meteorologist Phil DeCastro joins us now with some answers. Phil?
Thanks, Patrick. And while that's how the question is often phrased, as sand or salt, it's not usually the case. Sand and salt both have their uses, and sometimes it takes both to keep roads safe. You've seen them out on the roads before. Crews salting and sanding, trying to provide drivers with safe roads to travel on. But why can't salt alone do the job itself? The first, simplest reason is temperature.
Salt only works down for a anti-icing or for de-icing down to a certain temperature. About 20 degrees is the optimal temperature. Below that, the regular sodium chloride won't melt the ice as effectively.
But 20 degrees isn't that cold, and in northeast Wisconsin, we cross that threshold pretty frequently. And on the occasion that temperatures do drop below 20 degrees, if you see crews out on the road, they're not just going to be dropping sand as opposed to salt. It's going to be a mixture of sand and salt.
We mix the salt in with the sand to keep the sand from freezing, because if we were to put sand, just straight sand on the road, that would freeze as well, because sand has a moisture content too. But sand we use more as a salt sand mix as an abrasive.
And even though the salt-sand mix isn't melting snow, that abrasive sand is much better to drive on than untreated snow and ice. The big key, Bosley says, is getting the ice and snow to melt before it gets too cold. Once the salt is mixed in with water on wet roads, temperatures have to drop below zero for that solution to refreeze. Bosley says salt is more expensive to buy, but that cost does not play a role in the department's decision-making process.